the symbols of the metaphysics of the heaven of Kingdom.
Goes the most I calm. I am Metal Mark, and I can't believe I got those words out because I'm speechless after watching the ocean. For the first time ever, I saw them, and I don't know what else to say. I mean, amazing show. How'd you feel about it?
Thanks, man. Yeah, it was a good night for sure. It's our second time we played the Masquerade. We've been here, I think, like 3 years ago with Kylesa and Lair of the Minotaur and Withered. That was cool already, but we played downstairs. And yeah, it was a good show tonight, I guess. Really cool, responsive crowd, and we had a good time for sure.
This tour, there's 2 days after this tour, so it's pretty much over. How do you grasp the tour so far? Has it been awesome for you guys? Or
It has really been awesome, yeah, in every regard, except for our transportation situation, which was a bit fucked because our bus broke down and we had to buy a van and shit. But the tour itself has been really, really good. From the first show until today, basically, we weren't really sure how things were going to be because it's a very diverse package, you know. It's like us, and then Job for a Cowboy, who are like really heavy, and then Between the Bird and Me, who are, you know, like completely different again. But their crowd is really open-minded, and they have to put up with their long, epic, weird, kind of like proggy songs. So they're pretty open-minded towards our like lengthy, you know, epic, atmospheric songs too. And it just worked out great from the very first show until now. So I'm very excited about this tour.
Yeah, especially with y'all's music, it seems the influences come from all different types of music, but who would you say influences you the most?
It's really coming from everywhere. Like I grew up as a hardcore kid. I got into like Sick of It All and Strife and the whole, you know, like early 90s straight edge scene when I was like 14, 15, and then got into more like noisy, abrasive stuff, you know, bands like Neurosis, Botch, Unbroken at that time. And then I started listening to classical music and to jazz at the same time, and you know, I've always listened to pretty much everything. And there is obviously the metal and the hardcore influence and the noise rock influence in our music, but there's also like the classical instruments that we bring in. So it's a little bit of everything. And I don't know, like inspiration is a weird thing to understand. It's like this black box. You have all these things coming in, and then you have something coming out, and you don't really know what's happening in between. It's, at least I don't. So.
The energy y'all have on stage is something, if you haven't seen them live, it's kind of like Dillinger, but maybe a little crazier, which is unbelievable. What the hell do y'all do before you get on stage? Do you have like a ritual or anything?
Yeah, we basically just, you know, like basically wipe honey all over our asses and then sit down in like a tank full of bees. Okay. And that's what gives us the power.
Any specific type of honey?
You can get by with pretty much everything. The sweeter the better. Yeah.
So the greedy ocean fans want to know, when can we hear some new stuff?
That'll be a while, I'm afraid. We've released 2 albums last year, so there is not going to be any album coming out this year. I'm probably going to start getting into writing mode this summer. Okay. After this, we're on a tour now that's pretty much like 3.5 months nonstop, not just the US but also Europe. And after that, I'm going to be so beat up and fucked that I'm just going to retreat to my little place in Spain, where I also wrote Heliocentric, and spent 3 or 4 weeks there. And I'm almost sure that by the end of it, there's going to be an album, or at least a couple of songs, and, you know, like a starting point for an album. But we're not going to enter the studio until early 2012.
So for the last question, when you get away from music and you're just relaxing, like what can we find you do? Like, do you have any odd hobbies or anything like that?
Yeah, I like to go diving. Obviously, it's all ocean-related hobbies.
Yes.
It is as cheesy as it is, really. No, I like to travel. I like to really just get away from it all. I like to take some time off, just me and my backpack, and go to a place where I've never been before. Last year I was in Tanzania for about a month, and before that I've traveled all over South America and Asia pretty much, and I just really like to do that, you know, just by myself without taking any friends, just going somewhere and seeing what happens, and it usually turns out to be awesome. So that's what I really like to do in my time off, and yeah, I'm diving. I'm actually getting my diving instructor's license this year, so I'm gonna you know, be picking up some work with that over the summer too.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know, like I just like to be in remote places. I really enjoy natural beauty and being away from civilization and concrete,
Which
that's
we're
all around
surrounded
out
by.
here. So yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, any last words to the fans?
Check us out if you don't know us already. Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Yeah, no, you should really go check it out live. I think, of course, our albums are awesome too. But you know,
obviously.
when you get to see it live, it's a different level because there are so many aspects that that you can't really capture on a record. It's you know, the visuals and the lighting show and everything's like designed and custom cut to the music. So it's really something that is designed to be taken in a live environment and not just like with headphones, you know, from a record. So yeah, give us a chance and check us out live next time we're in your area, which will probably happen pretty soon, I'm sure.
Beautiful. Out of 13 years of seeing shows at the Masquerade, these guys literally left me speechless for 15 minutes. I couldn't even talk to people. I just walked around like an idiot. That's how fucking amazing they are.
That's
Thank
what we
you
do. We leave idiots.
Yes, I'm an idiot.
And I'm in when it's raining,